Teams Canada. Ashton is in North Vancouver. Ashton, good morning.
Good morning.
How do you explain the importance of Earth Day to young children?
Yeah, I usually start off by sharing with children and talking with them about all the amazing things that Earth provides us, because it really does, provide us with everything that we need and we use today, and we have a responsibility to take care of her back. So I try to use not just words, but action when explaining Earth Day to young children. We want to model the change that we want to see, and this is one of the best ways that parents can do so on Earth Day is get involved with your kids, get outside, do things together, and inspire them. So, some of the most memorable experiences in my life when I reflect back have always been in nature, and the time I spent in nature growing up has helped foster me to become the steward I am today. So hands-on really sticks and is the way to go when it comes to Earth Day.
Okay, and so why do you think it's important to include kids in Earth Day celebrations and engage them in conversations about the environment?
Yeah, children have such a natural curiosity, especially about nature and the environment, and it's really important that we encourage and support this from an early age. There's so many ways that we can engage kids in nature, and they're ultimately going to be the ones inheriting the Earth, all the wonderful things about it, but also the challenges. So, it's important that we start young and start having these conversations and again, focusing on what can they do to have a positive impact on the environment. Focus on engaging them with others outside, so they realize the power of a community when we work together with the environment. And, when we give kids experiences in nature, they're more likely to take care of it. So, we got to start somewhere.
Any thoughts on how parents can talk to their kids about the environment without scaring them too much? Obviously, we want to convince them of the seriousness of this, but I wonder if we want to be careful not to paint the future of the planet as being too bleak.
Definitely. I think it's important to, still make sure that we're sharing the truth about, the challenges that we face, but it's really important how we frame that conversation and to make sure that we're focusing on the solution. What can we do about it? What can I do about it? And what can I do about it right now? There are so many different ways for kids and for families and for anyone to go out and get involved and have a positive impact on the environment. So, I think it's really important to educate, but to pair that with action, because when you just talk about challenges, it can be really, you can feel quite hopeless. But, when you pair that with, okay, this is a challenge, but I'm going to actively do something about it right now, it turns that hopelessness into hopefulness and into action. So that's a great way to pair those conversations with, all right, well, let's go do something about it.
So what are some fun and educational activities parents can do with their kids to help celebrate Earth Day?
Well, there's lots of amazing environmental organizations doing all sorts of work to celebrate Earth Day, lots of different activities. That includes our Greater Victoria Green Team, which operates in the region there. And, we have on Wednesday, April 19th, there's a big environmental event in the township of Esquimalt with over 400 people will be there throughout the day. There'll be tree planting and trail building, invasive species removal. But also on Sunday, April 23rd, our Greater Victoria Green Team will be in Colwood and planting some native trees and shrubs. So, this is just a couple examples of the opportunities that are being offered out there. All I encourage you to do is to do a search, an internet search of different opportunities out there. If you're interested in that Greater Victoria Green Team, you can just Google that and click on our meetup. But otherwise, there's, if you're not able to join a community organization, which I do encourage because there's a lot of benefits to being outside with others together, but even just spending time outside. There's so many mental and physical health benefits to being outside, and kids who have more experiences in nature are more likely to take care of it.
How do you think we can incorporate all of this beyond Earth Day into, daily family routines and so on?
Yeah, I think it really starts off with that lowest bar is just getting outside. All it takes really is 20 minutes to experience the reduced stress of being outside in nature, improved mood, increased confidence, especially in kids. It helps foster better relationships, but also physical health benefits. It's good for our cardiovascular health, good for our blood pressure, and, that's a really excellent way to have some creative play outdoors away from screens. But, also, like I said, if you're able to, engage with a local organization, it's so impactful to be doing things out in the community. You really develop that sense of belonging, that sense of community, and you realize the power that you have, especially with a group of committed people, to make a difference. And then lastly, if it's within your means, we always encourage donating to environmental organizations that you want to support, because you don't have to be an adult to contribute. It's an excellent thing for kids to work towards, to learn that financial responsibility and learn how to support things that they care about. They can donate some of their piggy bank money. They can do a bottle drive. There's lots of different ways that they can help support things that they care about and feel that sense of pride in doing so. And everything else will just come easy from there. Once you get outside more, once you engage the community more and engage with those awesome organizations, then you're going to want to reduce your waste. You're going to want to buy local. You're going to want to conserve water. Everything else will fall into place when you just start by getting outside.
Well, Ashton, I appreciate you joining us. Thanks for taking our call this morning.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Ashton Kerr is the program manager of the Lower Mainland Green Team of Green Teams Canada. We reached her in North Vancouver.